Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Here we are again, and what we have is Warlock and Druid, which I've done both of them pretty damn recently. I think it's about that time, about 1 out of every 20 times, I have to play that other class.
Victory or death!
Right, victory or death! We want shape. The longer it goes, the more Ka it gets. Bigger and bigger and smashier. I'm gonna do Battle Rage, I think. Darkscale Healer, pretty decent, but nah, we'll take Battle Rage. We might draw some cards. Well, Sun Fury Protector is pretty awesome. Let's go with that. I'm not gonna have the secrets. Death's Bite. Death's Bite is powerful. Fiery Borax. You know what? Weapons are good. I've heard weapons are good. Heroic Strike is also good. Plus, I don't like those other guys. We don't need a million Battle Rages. It can end up a dead card. Wrathy Weaponsmith, less likely to end up a dead card. We've got a couple of real weapons. Let's take another Weaponsmith, because he's very efficient in his way. These are expensive cards. We'll take the Raptor, actually, and hope we can get some better fat stuff later. What kind of a row is this? Yes, we'll take the Cobra, so I'm not likely to have any healing. Okay, I'm starting to get concerned. I could take more Battle Rages, but I think they're going to start backfiring. I'm the one who's going to be damaged all the time because I have a lot of weapons. I'm going to take a... There are a lot of things I could get in a warrior deck that would work with Argent Squire, so maybe I should take that. But I'm going to take Novice Inventor anyway, because cards. Speaking of things that would work with it, Cruel Taskmaster. The Tidehunter is pretty good. Spellbreaker wouldn't hurt. There's a lot of use for silence in the current environment, but we're going to take Spiteful Smith. I've got ass loads of weapons. And I think out of these guys, Dark Iron is the winner. Although I might wish I had that taunt later. Have to take Chillwind Yeti. I don't have a lot. Don't have a lot of stuff to trigger the Worgen yet. I could get more, but Fairy Dragons are pretty fantastic. Should I be taking Whirlwinds just because I'm going to have no AoE? I'm going to have a lot of weapons for killing things individually. I hope I can get by with that. I should probably get some taunt as I go on, but that's not in this row. I could take the Worgen, who can go Super Saiyan and kill people, but it requires a combo, or the Fairy Dragon, who's just really flat out good. Let's go Fairy Dragon. I would like to take the Owl for the silence, but I think I'm going to need the taunt because of my crazy amount of weapons. You take a Warsong Commander. That could go with having a bunch more cheap minions. A decent number. 3 or less, so he even works with the Weaponsmith. That's pretty good. Unstable Ghoul. I also like Unstable Ghoul, and he'd trigger Enrage stuff if I had it, but I didn't take the Enrage guy, and I'm halfway through the deck. We're going to go Warsong Commander. I like Charge, but I only use it in a more constructed environment when I can have, like, Moltons. Mostly it's for Moltons. It just sits there and waits till you have a Molten, and then you go, BAM! Hit people for, like, way too much damage for way too little mana. Arcanite Reaper is very good, but I actually have loads of weapons now. Now, it is a bigger weapon, and it's not an excessive amount of weapons. I have 2 weapons plus 2 Weaponsmiths. That's a fair amount, though. Deathbite's almost as big as the Arcanite Reaper. Spectral Knights are really good. I think I'm going to take the Spectral Knight. I have 1 Give Taunt guy, but I don't think I'm going to have a lot of use for the Ancient Watcher, especially since I've been missing Silence guys, and I can't take him for the combo, so I guess we'll go Demolisher. I don't have any guys of my own I want to silence. No, I like my guys. Go with the Rampage. It is... I keep wanting to use Rampage, because that's a big boost, right? That's like Blessing of Kings for half the mana. Almost. But it's really not, because having things that are damaged but still alive and about to attack, which is really the circumstance you need to play this. You don't want to play this if they're not about. If you just damage them yourself and then play this when they're not ready to attack because you've just attacked with them to get them damaged, not very good. I have tried to use this in decks, and maybe I just suck, but I really have found that Rampage is one of those cards that will get blocked up in your hand. If I'm gonna risk that, it's gonna be for Battle Rage, not for Rampage. So we'll Infiltrator. Oh, I want the Harvest Golem, but I kind of have to take Kokron Elite because it's Kokron Elite. I'm gonna take Execute because I don't have any, and I like to execute things. I could get some use out of the deckhand, because again, I have a lot of weapons. But it's not... I like him in Rogue. I don't really care for him. Like, in Warrior, he's kind of meh. I'd rather have a Direwolf Alpha, because they're cool. You get another Death's Bite or an Inner Rage. I'm thinking another Death's Bite. I don't have the combos for that. This is another big weapon that kills things. We get a Legendary. Our choices are Lore Walker Cho, which is pretty random. Really, probably not a good idea for anybody. I wouldn't choose him over these guys anyway. Malagos is very tough, but I don't have the damage spells. I've been avoiding them all. I could have like 5 Whirlwinds by now and be like, Malagos Whirlwind! But even that's like a long way to go for that combo, where I could just have Baron Geddon, who is pretty much doing the same thing for cheaper. I'm very fond of Baron Geddon. He's one of the legendaries that I tend to play in a lot of my constructed decks, because he's a giant minion and a 2-point AoE. And then he can AoE again later if he's alive, but it's pretty good. Harpy's good, Knight's good. We're going to take the Bloodsail Raider because we have loads of weapons, and that is a combo. You are not my favorite. I don't have like any silence. I have 1 execute. I have a lot of weapons for killing things, but I don't have a lot of ways for solving the buffed to oblivion problem. So while Battle Rage is a little tempting, we're going to take the Owl. I feel like I have a lot of battle cries for this, but if I take the Amani Berserker, he might work off my Death Bite. And last card, get the Twilight Drake. It is like a silenceable Yeti a lot of the time. On the other hand, I have a lot of 2-cost minions and stuff. I think we're going to take the Knife Juggler and push that even further. Or, how many big things do I have? I'm Wrathy Weaponsmith, Stolen Yeti, Dark Iron. I am kind of short on actual fat. But I've got a lot of weapons. We're going to hope we can make up for it. I'm just going to take the Knife Juggler, but I think this deck probably doesn't have enough fat. It was throwing like bad fat things at me earlier, and then it basically never gave me good fat things that I remember. Like there was a Stormwind +1/+1 guy who was in the same row as something else that was amazing and also very early on. Legendaries, I had fat things to choose from, and I chose a fat thing. But elsewhere, there was not a lot of fat, and I even took like the Spectral Knight over a weapon. Like I tried to get some fat-ish stuff, but I do not have anything really gigantic. I have got to rush these suckers down. Oh, I also barely got any taunt. I happen to have it in my hand here. Heroic Strike is more of a later game card. This stuff is all pretty good. Yeah, let's keep it. Why not? We have lots of 2-cost things. That's like a combo with the Motion Warden. If I had more Wardens, that would actually be better, because they have a much higher chance of being damaged and alive. It's a little bit transparent if I coin out the Bloodsail Raider, huh? I'm wondering if I should coin out the Blood... You know, this combo seems really good, but I think I'm going to want something on the board. I think that I might regret it if I don't coin out the Bloodsail Raider. Although, I've got 2 4-costs now, so I could coin out one of them on turn 3. Whatever minion he plays, I can probably just kill it. Let's save the coin. We may come to regret it, but with a Fiery War Axe in hand, it's not as risky. Although he does get a totem, and I don't get to blow it up for free. You were pretty handy. Let's... I don't want to just play the axe without... and not attack with it right away. I also don't want to play the axe and hit the healing totem. Excuse me. I'm going to kill his healing totem. It's just, I hate to play a weapon and not get a use out of it. And I know I've got more weapons coming in this deck. It's not a rare resource. That guy could be a problem. So, we have options here. I could play the Bloodsail Raider, should come out as a 5/3, probably die. But I could play her, and I could coin out the Bloodfen Raptor if I wanted to. I could just coin out the Mogushan Warden, who would probably take damage for that, and then maybe I could do a Battle Ragey play. I don't want to coin him out because he would replace my weapon unless I can attack with it, and I could take a fair amount of damage doing that. Dark Iron Dwarf is not doing the job right now. I think it's weird, but I'm going to coin out the Mogushan Warden. So I could be doing something with Battle Rage or Dark Iron. I feel like this gives me some options. Although I understand it's a weird thing to rush out. It's like, hurry up and wait.
My shield for Argus.
Okay. Making him bigger the old-fashioned way instead of, overload cards. That is okay. Oh, I can execute him. Do I want to spend one of my precious few executes doing that? Is an interesting question. If I execute that, I can axe him, and then I will be damaged, and I can draw 2 cards from that. Of course, I can also play her, and then execute him. That makes more sense. I'd rather have her out and big. So I'm going to do that. We're going to remove the opposition. He might have a Lightning Storm that he was saving to use with Overload Guide, and I didn't give him any worthwhile things to Lightning Storm. Whereas now it might be more tempting, but then again, he still needs the spell damage to make it worthwhile. You don't Lightning Storm just for a 50-50 chance to kill her. Even as annoying as she is, it's not worth your Lightning Storm and 2 mana from your next turn. You'd have to up the odds. With spell damage, it would kill her and then maybe kill this. Arcane Golem, no! I was hoping you'd be alive and draw me stuff. Wow, and you missed her too. Awesome. Okay. Baron Geddon. A little early there, but okay. So she's gonna die. I can't kill them both. That's very annoying. I guess we'll just play a bunch of army and kill one of them.
What now? Try this.
I take less damage from killing him. One of the other guy will probably have to trade with one of mine. I'm thinking her. Now I will be much more vulnerable to Lightning Storm when I do this, but now it would be worth a Lightning Storm. Even without the spell damage, there is a very high chance that it will annihilate my stuff. It'll kill him for sure, and then maybe him. No Lightning Storm, because obviously you do it first before find out whether you needed to do that. But okay, interesting. Stormforge, no. Okay, not the end of the world. No much Inventor. So this is not the time for Baron Geddon, I don't think. As big as he is. Killing my own stuff. I think this is the time for drawing a card. I don't think I want to silence that. I don't think it's worth it. I could just armor up instead. Now, do I waste a use on my weapon killing that? I know I've got 19 cards left. I've got about 3 more weapons coming, counting the other Arathi Weaponsmith. I should probably save it a bit, but I don't know. Because I'm going to kill that either way. It's just, do I do damage to him or not? He's a little lower than me, not a lot. I guess I'll save the weapon. I had to think about it first, because of course if I was going to use the weapon, I would kill that and hit for an extra point of damage. Obviously. The Sunwalker in place, I was on top of the world. I really shouldn't say that when my opponent plays the Sunwalker. It already stopped being funny several arena runs ago, I'm sure. Okay. Well, he doesn't cooperate well with Baron Geddon, but we'll work on that. So I could silence this, and yeah, it's not going to work out well for Battle Rage yet again. But I could silence this, and then I could actually Dark Iron him, kill it. That's not bad. I think that's what we're going to do. Should I just go offense? It's bad to leave the Shaman with stuff. This is already big, though. I'm just concerned it's going to be able to trade decently well against my guys. I'm better off killing it. Just board control is better. Duh. Could be playing like some kind of crazy Shaman Resurrecty card on it, and that would be annoying. I need some way for a couple of these guys to take a little damage so that I can then draw a billion cards from Battle Rage. Now, Baron Geddon is an option for that, but not a good one because there's a time delay, right? It gives my opponent plenty of time to kill the things, and then he goes off. He keeps playing things that are too big, so I can't weaken up my guys like that. Ah, Lava Burst. That is unfortunate. Ooh. So Baron Geddon will get killed by that guy. It's not super helpful. Everything I do is going to get killed by that guy. Mostly, I could play this just to draw one card, which I hate doing, but it's an option. Now, this guy alone doesn't kill Baron Geddon. He needs an extra point of damage from somewhere. It's probably not hard to get. My opponent is at 17. If I play him, I can't play this, though. I should get this guy out there and growing, probably. So we're going to do that. Do that.
Hey, give me a minute.
Armor up. Do I want to hit for 2? I've got even fewer cards left. My opponent is low. I might get another weapon. I think I'm going to hit for 2, even though it's probably going to screw me to not have the weapon. I don't like to do that before I get another weapon, but I don't want to draw a weapon and then find out that I'm 2 damage short. That's what it comes down to right now. Alright, so he's low enough that if a gnome can hit him, Baron Geddon can finish him. Baron Geddon, of course, eliminates all totems, which is one of the many reasons I like him. That is one of the many reasons I do not like you. Stupid shaman. Well, Baron Geddon's coming out, okay? It's not optional now. It's so not optional. I think we're going to spend this guy hitting that because it'll give me board control. Some people think he should be just used as a kill card. I think that you use him however seems more efficient at the time. We'll save the Worgen for some time when Baron Geddon is not around. Hi! Now, you have more cards. Well, you have the same number of cards as I do, because it's your turn. On my turn, I will have 3 cards. Some of mine are not as good as others. You're damaged. I could use you... Now, if you survive, I could draw extra cards. More than 1. That would be good. We're at the point I might have to just do this for 1 card if I don't have a better option, because I need to finish this dude. Draw a Heroic Strike or anything that gives me a weapon, and it'd be maybe game over, depending on what he does. He's still got to play his 8 mana. So is this the totem he was hoping for, is the next question. He didn't react very quickly to it. Nope. He reacted very negatively to it. Apparently he didn't like when I played a legendary that killed all his things. He had a lot of things. Okay. I didn't even realize I had a quest for a warrior. Okay. Hooray! So yeah, that went fine. I don't know about the deck overall, but I mean, as far as warriors go, it has lots of weapons, and I feel like weapons are good in the arena, because each weapon can potentially kill 2 things. And most cards only kill 1 thing, so if I can do that, it's good. They're also finishing damage, like weapons have charge, effectively. And I've got a few little tricks I can do, and Baron Geddon. So we'll see how that works out for me next time. If you like this, please click the eponymous button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonac Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.